everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a story of high drama, international accusations, and a prestigious debate that collapsed into a complete farce. This isn't just any debate. It was supposed to happen at the legendary Oxford Union, and it's turned into a messy public showdown between Indian and Pakistani speakers. So, what happened? The Oxford Union has scheduled a debate on a fiery topic. This house believes that India's response to Pakistan is a populist strategy sold as security policy. A pretty charged motion, right? The Indian side was meant to argue against it, and the Pakistani side for it. But just hours before it was supposed to start on November 27th, the whole thing fell apart. And this is where the two sides tell completely different stories. The Pakistani High Commission in London put out a statement claiming the Indian delegation had withdrawn at the last minute, essentially handing a walkover to the Pakistani side. They suggested India lacked the confidence to defend its security policies in an open debate. But the Indian side tells a very different tale. Prominent Indian lawyer Debacle, who was set to speak, released a detailed account on social media, calling it a deliberate Pakistani gambit to avoid the debate altogether. According to Debacle, the event was unstable from the start. He pointed out that the Oxford Union's president and treasurer were both Pakistani nationals, which raised some eyebrows. The original high-profile Indian speakers, including a former army chief and a senior politician, had to pull out just 2 days before due to prior commitments. This left the Indian team scrambling. Debacle, who was already prepared, managed to quickly assemble a new team with 2 other speakers. From the UK, they were ready to go. Then, on the day of the debate, Debacle says he got a call at 3:13 p.m., just hours before the event, informing him that the Pakistani delegation, which included high-profile figures like Hina Rabbani Kar and Khwaja Mohammed Asif, hadn't even landed in London yet. Based on this information, the Indian team decided it was pointless to travel to Oxford and abandoned their journey. But here's the twist. Later, Debacle claims he received confirmation that the Pakistani delegation had, in fact, landed and was already staying at a hotel in Oxford. This led him to launch a blistering attack, accusing the Pakistani side of deserting the battlefield even before the battle begins. He suggested they simply didn't have the courage to face a live, unscripted debate. Debacle also heavily criticized the Oxford Union's leadership, accusing them of allowing the prestigious institution to be dragged in muck and used as a mouthpiece for the Pakistani High Commission. The controversy didn't stop there. Indian lawmaker Priyanka Chaturvedi also weighed in, mounting the Pakistani side on social media, saying they were crying again and had once more proved to be liars. So, you have the completely contradictory narratives. Pakistan's High Commission says India withdrew. The Indian speakers say Pakistan played games to avoid the debate, misleading them about their travel plans. One side claims a walkover, the other claims a deliberate no-show. It's a classic case of he said, she said, but played out on an international stage with the reputation of one of the world's most famous debating societies caught in the middle. It's a bizarre end to what should have been a fascinating and intellectually rigorous discussion, instead of a debate of ideas. We got a public slanging match filled with accusations of bad faith and organizational failure. What do you think really happened here? Was it a calculated move, a massive misunderstanding, or just chaotic planning? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching! If you found this story interesting, please give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the events shaping our world. See you in the next one!